All right. Turn the volume up. You should be able to hear me now. I should be able to be heard now, so you should be able to hear me. Does everybody hear me? Can you all hear me? Good. All right. So we're going to have our Ashtar command Q&A, and we're glad to have everybody here. Let me just adjust the light. Everybody here. Let me just adjust the light. Thank you very much. So I got this going here. April's coming good. I got my spacey lighting going here. I figure when April comes on with her spacey lighting, and I'm on here with my spacey lighting, we'll have a really interesting thing happen here. Maybe, just maybe, some of my family on the ship will come in my room because they like the lighting that I have here, you know? Hey, Diana, good to have you with us. Hey, Linda, good to have you with us. And I also posted a beautiful video from April's security camera on my main page and on my YouTube channel of the big spaceship. If anyone hasn't seen the big spaceship recorded on her camera, security cam, that was the most beautiful ship I've ever seen. Her camera, security cam, that was the most beautiful ship I've ever seen. Seeing me pretty good. That's good. If you think I'm freezing, go back out and come back into my live, and you should be okay. You should be good. I'm buffing. Very glitchy tonight. Yeah, I think it's TikTok, not me. So I'm gonna just go with the flow. I know it's been TikTok's been acting kind of weird. So yeah, it's not me. It's TikTok. You know, we'll just have to deal with it. We'll just have to deal with it, man. You know. So yeah, it's not me. It's TikTok. You know, we'll just have to deal with it. We'll just have to deal with it, man. You know, I've been on mission for a lot of years, and I love nights like tonight where we can just be Ashtar Command 1000%. You know, so I'm not going to be this normal talk show host. I'm going to just be Ashtar Command all the way through the night, just where I need to be, and it's a beautiful thing. And then we have all the beautiful people. Hey, Kit Kat, good to see you. Tahar, good to see you. And we're going to get, when April comes on, we're going to really get into some of the in terms of trying to destroy life in the oceans and seas. Just so many different things. Our air. Hey, Johnny, good to see you, brother. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on right now. Al, thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. It's TikTok, Jersey. It's TikTok. TikTok's is having their problems tonight. I went in and out, and it's just TikTok. Hey, Rob, good to see you. It'll get better. Hey, Rob, good to see you. It'll get better. It'll do whatever it's going to do. No, I don't think TikTok. I think so many people on TikTok that I think that's what happens sometimes. Good to have you all with us. Everyone coming in here. Tahar Al. Thank you for the roses. Thank you, Dorina. Thank you for the cheer up. Thank you for the team bracelet. Team bracelet, thank you again. I can't thank you enough. Jordan Bell, thank you for the heart me. Nobody's missed anything yet. Things are going to get interesting. Hey, J9er. Hey, River Blue. And I know April was outside earlier. I was watching her live, which is beautiful. And did you try restarting? Yes, I did. So it's just basically, I think it's TikTok. Jersey for Life, thank you for Team Bracelet. Paranormal, thank you. Thank you for all the gifts in general. Jay Niner, Sonia, thank you. Thank you very much. Love is in the air, that's right. That is true. Very true. Jay Niner and Jersey, thank you. Oh, thank you, Diana. Thank you, Jersey. Thank you, Jay Niner. Hey, Len, good to have you with us, brother. Coastal Cosmonaut, hey. Hey, Coastal. And now we're going to really get into Ashtar Command with our and the Great North Country on planet Earth. Hey,
Hello, everybody.
here's my my headphones aren't working. I think they're oh, they're yeah. I have my headphones are not charged up.
Uh oh.
Good evening.
Hi.
That's okay.
Hi, everybody.
I'm going to let you talk for a minute. I'm going to get my thing
Get
to
your
charge
things
my
charged.
headphones.
Okay, you're good. Hi, everybody. How's everybody tonight? Hope everybody's having a really good 4th of July weekend. We got to watch a little bit of fireworks tonight. That was fun. We got to watch 2 of them happening at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm using my George's thing here. I'm not sure what's wrong. Okay, I think I've got the wrong headphones here. Okay, is this right? Okay, I have the right headphones on. Okay. I can hear you in the headphones here. I'm all messed up. But go ahead. I'm going to bring the volume up here. Wait a minute. Oh, good. That's good. I got one headphone going here, so I'm good. All right, sister. Good evening, and everyone. Welcome to Ashtar Command Q&A and our space family, Commander Robar, Nakanda, your family, everybody watching from the ship. Good evening. We send you our love. And
before we get too far into it, I've got a few minutes before they come. They're actually here to come and get me. They were going to take me during my live, but yeah, they are. They were going to take me during my live. I'm just waiting, but yeah, I got a few minutes.
So, did they want to talk on the camera and tell us what's going on?
No, not
they're
really.
shy about that, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they're just here to get me. That's it. It's not them. It's not our parents. Yeah. No, it's guards.
Oh, it's not our parents. The guards.
Yeah.
So they're going to take you on the ship? Okay. Yeah. So let's get into what's been happening. Some serious stuff has been happening. We need to update everybody on Earth about what our Ashtar Command family and the Ashtar Command in general doing in the oceans and everything.
Okay, guys. So just real quick update. So for the last week or so, I've been going with them. There has been some new weaponry that they have been hiding and secretly testing underneath the ocean waters. Before they were doing nuclear testing, now they've got these new ray type guns that they have been testing underneath the ocean waters. These things are powerful. They have made dead zones, is what the Ashtar Command is calling them, which means it's killed like everything in specific areas, and it is making our sea life very sick. A lot of them are washing up on shore. A lot of them are becoming very, very ill. The Ashtar Command was able to stop most of it, and gather up most of the weapons that they've been using underneath there. They have been testing these things in an attempt to stop big contact from happening, which isn't going to happen. They have been getting this technology from the Zetas. The Zetas have been helping them with this weaponry, and it's not cool what they're doing down there, guys. It is creating like small tsunamis. It is creating really weird weather patterns. It is like just devastated underneath the plant life and everything. It's really really sad to see. I mean, there's like nothing. It's like desert in these areas where they've been testing. It's like everything is just gone. And so they have been, it's been like all hands on deck, trying to help the sea life and help the space beings that are being affected by this poison that the stuff is putting into the water. Whatever it is, it's not good, guys, because it is making everybody sick down there.
And it also, I would think, would make the surface population sick because of what they're putting in the water. If we swim in the water, we don't know where that poison is, right?
Right. They've been testing it
So it can
deep
be
under
affected.
because they don't want to be found out.
Hmm. Yeah, they don't want to be found out. Now the update on that is they have been found out, correct? Uh-oh. Okay, this is what's happening. I think April, she said just before that they were coming from the ship to take her back on the ship. Uh, so I know I was reverbing. Yeah, I'm good. Hey, Grace, good to see you. So I already know what happened. She just left when she came on for a few minutes. She's been going on the ship into the oceans with the command, and they've been definitely stopping what's been happening. I don't know if you want to call it secret operations by our governments in the world, but what they've been doing, folks, is they've been trying to use technologies that the Zeta, I would know about this, Zeta gave the military, our secret operations, to poison our oceans and the life forms in our oceans, including the space cities that are in the depths of our oceans and seas. A lot of people don't realize this. People that have thought that we were the surface population and we were the only population, that this is it, and that there aren't any other people living on our planet besides human beings on the surface. That was a lie. Okay, that was the biggest lie ever. There are people in cities in the depths of our oceans around the world that are uh, populations of people that are advanced, living in the depths of our oceans. I'm not talking about the Agartha network or the subterranean cities. I'm talking about in the depths of our oceans, in places that are way, way deeper. Um, so they were just recently caught doing what they were doing, and the Ashtar Command people are in the oceans with their ships. They're doing work to replenish the life area, and they're diligently working to protect our ocean and our waters in the depths of our oceans and seas right now as I speak. She's been taken off planet right now, and if she comes, well, she'll be back probably, well, on Earth time, probably within 1 hour she'll come back, and she'll be off the ship. When she comes back, we'll still be on here. It's 11:24. I'm figuring by about 12:30 she'll be back. I don't know exactly, but usually they don't take her more than an hour. When she's off planet, it seems like it can be a month or a couple of weeks. So understand there's no time when they have her on the ship. There's no such thing as time, right? So there's a lot going on here. So I knew she was gonna, when she disappeared off the live, they came already. Some of the commanders came and she went with them on the ship. So she's working with them in all these areas, and I'm sure she's going to be doing some major things tonight uh, in the oceans. I think they're going to probably go back into the oceans. Okay, so there's a lot of serious stuff going on that the people need to know about here. Um, and our, what you want to call it, a secret government or whatever you want to call it, the operations. We have a government within the government that has been doing sinister things to our oceans, to our earth, to us as a population, to keep us from elevating our consciousness, keep us from connecting to our true cosmic right? And by trying to keep the population dumbed down to be subservient, they figure if they keep doing that, they just don't want to see us contact our galactic family. They really don't want to see it happen. They're trying to stop it, and they can't stop it. So now they're going to try to poison the oceans, poison the seas, poison our air. We all know that they're doing that, right? They're poisoning on our air, and we as human beings breathe in air every day, right? We go out, we breathe in air. We go to the beaches all over the world, whether you live in the United States or Europe, whatever, you go to your beach or wherever you go. But those waters, they're trying to pollute those waters with these poisons. And also, they've been using nuclear testing in our oceans, which is being stopped. They've been doing that for years. You know, they told the public back in the 60s when I was a kid, that there was a nuclear test ban treaty. There's no treaty. That whole thing was a farce. They did is they presented the treaty, and then what they did is they got all this stuff to try to destroy civilizations in our oceans. There are civilizations in the depths of our oceans, people that are human, that are living amongst us, that are very spiritual, advanced people, and most humans don't even know it. So they're trying to destroy these people and destroy their habitats because they don't want to have people on the surface know that there are people that are just like us, that are our space family, our cosmic family, right? They're trying to destroy it, destroy them. That's not right. There's nothing right about that, you know? And they're going to stop it. The Ashtar Command, they've already caught them in doing this project. They found out who was doing it, and they're going to stop them, you know? All hands on deck, so to speak. And that's why she's going off planet, because she is helping them. Yeah, they've already, failed. Nicholas, absolutely correct. You know, and we as people, and for me, this broadcast is so important that people know the truth because we have been lied to. No matter what generation you're, whatever decade you were born, every decade has been lied to. The decades I've been through, I've seen so many lies, you know, so many lies. So now it's up to us. It's up to us together to be that voice of understanding. And we will be, all of you. When we come together, we're at our best. When we all come together, we are at our best. You can't stop a bunch of people who are together in light and love and understanding and who care about this planet, who care about this universe, who care about life in general in the universe. Yes, the truthers are coming together. And as we stand together, people make noise now. That's absolutely true, Grace. We need to. They have no right to use laser beams and nuclear bombs in the oceans to try to destroy our space brothers and sisters who have lived among us in our oceans for who knows hundreds of years. Not just the inner Earth, not just the Agartha network, not just the subterranean cities. And then our space people from other galactic planets are coming here now. They're coming here from all over the universe, And our government wants us to think that there's an evil invasion of negative beings that are coming here to gobble us up. And if you buy into that garbage, I feel sorry for you. Don't, because it's lies. When the day comes of contact, look how your media is going to present it. If they're going to be controlled and tell people a lie and say, oh, here they come, all these spaceships. And you see all these ships, you say, oh, I better hide in the basement. Don't hide in the basement. Because the space people that are coming are here to help us. They're our brothers and our sisters, and maybe our mothers and fathers from space. And we're all part of this galactic race. All of us. Every one of us. Every one of you. All of us together. The one thing on this planet I've learned is that when the liars want to separate humanity, they try to create separation, anger, mistrust, confusion. Not here. Not here, not ever. Not with me, not with you. We're all in this together. And we're not in any kind of simulation. We're in a state of liberation. Never been in simulation. There's no simulation. We've been in a state of control by negative extraterrestrial intelligence that's been working with our secret government to try to stop the people from knowing the truth about the origins of who we are. That's what's been going on. There's no simulation, but we have been lied to. I don't have any photos tonight. No, I don't have any photos tonight. But the beautiful thing is, all of you know the truth. All of you are, of the billions of humans we have on this planet, many of you who I know are awakened souls. You have a heads up. You know what's going on. You're aware. You're awake. You're not like sleeping and watching the boot and accepting all the stuff that you see on cable TV. You got it together, you know? And like I said, things are happening. Do I think, so you think I'm awake? I tell you if you're awake or not. I know you're probably awake, Francisco. You have to go within and ask yourself that question. Yeah, Grace. So we will have eventually a plan of action. Linda, you're welcome. The best thing we can do right now is really educate people and be aware of the fact that what our government's been trying to do. Now, when I say the word government, I'm not saying the so-called surface government that is on TV and where you vote for a prime minister or queen or king or the Vatican or any of that stuff. That's all surface stuff. But there's a secret operation that probably has very high security clearance, and they're the ones that have been trying to mess the planet up. They're the ones that, you know, and I don't even think the president of a country or the prime minister would know about it because it's probably way above their heads, to tell you the truth. But the truth is, as we get the knowledge of what's going on here, we will liberate this planet. This planet's going to be liberated. It's going to be. Because it's time. It's time for people, as we liberate ourselves and wake up, we liberate the planet. So each human being, billions and billions and billions of humans, as billions of people wake up, we will liberate our own planet. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Doesn't that sound interesting? We are the ones we've been waiting for. So I'm not waiting. You're not waiting. No one's waiting for something. We're the ones who are here. We're living on this planet. We are the people that came here from other planetary systems, whether you realize it or not, as a starseed or whatever. Every one of you came from somewhere else. Yeah, you have a mother and father, a grandfather, grandparents, grandchildren, or whatever you have. That's Earth-based 3D stuff. You do have it. But you all came from somewhere else. Whether you understand you came from somewhere else, it doesn't matter right now. You'll get there. No, it's not a speedy race to get there, you know? You'll get there when you get there when you get there, right? The beautiful thing is that we're going to transform this planet, and we're not going to sit back and let the forces that have been controlling and lying to the public of this world for so long, not just in the last 70 years, but forever. All civilizations, way before we had TVs and computers and TikToks, Roman Empire, whatever you want to call it, every civilization has been lied to by those that have controlled the surface world. Every civilization. Okay? So the beautiful thing is, we are the liberators. We are the cosmic liberators. We are the light. You are the light. Every one of you is a light. You're a beacon of hope, beacon of truth, beacon of understanding. You're beautiful souls. You have whatever you do in your life, you're trying to bring beauty to the world you live in. And if you can just touch one person's heart, then you've liberated one person. And that's all it takes. If you touch one person's heart, you've lit that candle, touch that person's heart, you've transformed one person. And it's one person at a time. One person. It doesn't have to be 1,000, you know, but if you do one person at a time, that's good. Too much pressure to try to do 100 people at a time. But if you can do one person at a time, you're making, you know, a difference. This show is making a difference because we're busting the matrix. We're waking, people are coming here. They're coming here from all over the world. They're connecting with each other. Beyond me interviewing people being abducted or doing the things I do, I love this night because it's Ashtar Command night. And because I am with the Ashtar Command and always have been, I will always defend the Ashtar Command because they are our space brothers and sisters. They are beautiful people from many, many planetary systems. And one day you're going to meet them. One day you will. And when you do, you'll just reconnect with your cosmic family. That's basically it. Hey, Tiffany, welcome. Do I have a patch or a logo? You mean a patch or a logo of the Ashtar Command? There is a logo of the Ashtar Command, my Ashtar Athena many years ago. I do have a logo of the Ashtar Command. I'll show it to you. I'm going to go onto this picture here so you can see it since you asked that question. I will be happy to show the logo. This is a pin that was encoded, and I'll show you the picture. Okay, where's the picture? Here we go. This is the Ashtar Command logo. This is a pin that Ashtar Athena, my dear friend in LA, created years ago. This is an Ashtar Command pin. This is encoded. There weren't many of these made. They were made for our conferences many years ago. See this? Right here. I'm going to go back to the screen. Let me see here. What am I doing? This is the logo right here. Okay. Now we're back to the cosmic me. But there's a lot of stuff going down. A lot of the downloads I get, and I do get them quite often, deal with the fact that the government does not want to see this contact happen. I mean, they're freaking out. Essentially, they're freaking out in all the major governments of the world that deal with the whole thing of extraterrestrial intelligence. They don't want to see contact happen because that means once contact happens, the powers that be will have no power whatsoever. Their power is gone. We're looking at about a year and a half of all the internal data I have since 2022 is when I got my information. Am I safe? Are you kidding me? I'm as safe as it's going to be. I'm the safest person you'll ever meet. I don't care. You know, I can't be touched. You know, I've been this stuff for so long. I've been climbing that mountain and I've never fallen off the mountain. I've gone across that rope, you know, that imaginary rope. I've never fallen off that rope. No, I'm safe. I'm safe. I think they're more scared of me than I would ever be of them. I haven't been meeting with them. I mean, I get telepathic messages. That's how, for me, it works. And I'm happy with that. I always I've been getting telepathic messages even before I had a TikTok or a cell phone. Thank you, Jay Niner. So I always get downloaded information, and that's why I don't go onto websites because the information I get is direct. I don't go on people's websites because I feel a website is usually a human being's agenda of thought, and I don't care to be distorted by other people's thoughts on a website. You know, I essentially get the downloads and then I share them with everybody here. And I drink my apple cider. You actually can see the glass. I do have apple cider. You don't usually see that. And Alicia says, the commander has been called to help so many people by calling in the Ashtar Command. And I have done that. That's the other thing that is new with me in my mission work. I'm here to help people that have had problems with negative ETs or whatever interference. And I've helped numerous people since last year. Actually, since last year at some point, I started doing this that I've been able to do. And There's a number of people in here who have seen me do it, and it's not something I make up. It's not a story. It's not wishful thinking. I've had Ashtar Command people go into people's homes, and we've captured negative ETs, and we've actually quarantined them. We've cleared the energies in their homes, and I've been doing that for a couple of months now. And that's something new for me. That's something I wasn't initially doing. But I know there's a number of people that can vouch of what I'm saying to be true. I don't make anything up here. You know, I don't need to. And I feel very honored that I have that ability to do that. I use it wisely. I don't just say, oh, then everybody starts saying, can you send somebody over to my house? No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, it just doesn't work that way. But I am here to help everybody if they need the help. More importantly, tonight is a night where you can ask questions in terms of the Ashtar Command, what they're doing, what's happening. Uh, it really is a change that we're going through. People have to be patient for it, not wait for it. I think sometimes we're waiting for it to happen. We're waiting for someone else to do something. You know, if you see somebody, my analogy is this: if you see somebody throwing garbage on the street or on the grass in a park, and you just walk by it, and they throw the garbage away on the grass or in the flowers, and say, "Oh, who cares?" You know. But if you see somebody throwing the garbage on the flower bed or on the grass or on some lawn or whatever, are you going to walk by there and just ignore it, or are you going to be proactive and say, "Why are you doing that?" You know, simple little thing like that. We can wait for somebody to say why you're doing it, and keep walking by and watch them throw all the garbage on the grass or on the in the woods or whatever, or we can see no, pick it up. That's not right. We could be that change. Just a simple analogy of that, right? You tell them to pick it up, probably right. So no one should be waiting for our space family. There's fireworks going on. No one should be waiting for our space family to do everything for us. Because if you do that, then you're lacking responsibility for your own planet. They don't want us to do that. They don't want us to lack responsibility for our own planet. We have to take responsibility for this planet. They're not going to tag us along and say, okay, oh, wow, this is really great. You guys just cleaned up this lake. I don't have to do anything. You cleaned it up already. It doesn't work that way. If you're expecting it to work that way, it doesn't. You have to be responsible for your part of the planet, wherever you are around the world. And if we become responsible stewards of our world, we're helping make this world a better place. So when contact does happen and our space people come off the ships, they say, oh, all you folks did some beautiful things here, keeping your planet clean and taking care of it and being conscious, conscious stewards on planet Earth. You guys and gals did a great job. But we have to do it. Too many people are waiting. Even on Facebook, Facebook for years, they've been on there. So many people have been waiting. They're waiting for something to happen. Everyone's waiting, you know? I don't understand it. Why are people waiting? You know? People should be not waiting, but should be proactive as beacons of light in changing the things that are the way they are. That's why I don't get into earth-based stuff in terms of I don't talk about politics or any of that stuff. That's all earth-based garbage. It's all part of a thing of keeping people in a state of illusion, confusion, you know, and that's not where the new earth is going. The new earth is a place where there are no people that are in power, where there are no people in any kind of government operations. There's no religion. There's no religion. There's no economy. There's no money. There's none of that stuff. And on the other planets, you have to understand they don't live with dollar bills in their pocket, or they don't have a big mansion with millions of dollars in it. Our space people from other planets live in harmony with the universe. They have everything they need. They don't have to have, there's no rich versus poor. Everybody's Everybody's beautiful. Everybody's loving spiritual beings of light. And that's what we are. We just have to realize that's what we are, you know? And if we're willing to realize that concept and live and breathe it, we will be it. See? We can be that. Yeah, it's the way we're supposed to live. They don't have currency. No. We do, but we weren't supposed to. We went from, at some point in our billions of years of existence, from a high frequency to a low frequency vibration. And all these things got created when the negative ETs came. All these things were created to control us. Now we are capturing the negative ETs that have been playing games with our government, working with our government people to control us from knowing the truth. You see. And I know when April comes back off the ship, she'll have new information to share. She didn't get to share half of the information that she wanted to because you never know when they're going to take her on the ship. They've been taking her on the ship a lot, like within almost every other day. You know. Also, within less than a year, I can tell you that Kit Kat, Johnny, myself, and Chesno will be joining April on that whole aspect. Everything's in divine timing, so we're all very excited. Yeah, she was on here, Craigie. Good to see you, Craigie. Not yet. There's a plan to lighten. There's a plan that there's 4 of us that are going to be eventually on that. I will share something with you, and I probably should share it for those that don't know what's happening. Less than a few weeks ago, the main council of the Ashtar Command had a meeting. April had suggested that I should be the spokesperson when they transmit a broadcast to the planet Earth on all the different TV stations on our planet. Excuse me. And the discussion was April was taken tonight about less than a half hour ago. After a little bit after we got on live, probably about a half hour ago. She'll be back off the ship in probably an hour. But what's going to happen is, and again, the people on the ship, the council, they're the ones coordinating all this. We'll know more about that when that happens. Thank you, Jody K. So here's what's going to happen. And some of you are going to be who've never heard this. This happens to be true, and I'm humbly honored when I found this out. So she was pushing to have me be the spokesperson to the whole planet on their transmitting, whatever the way they do the broadcasting. They'll be able to take over all the transmitters around the world of every TV station around the planet. So I'll be on every single broadcast system in every language. They have language translators on the ship. So I want to let you know now, if you don't know, I will be having 4 Ashtar commanders that they're going to select from their spaceship that will be with me behind me, and I'll be sitting in front of some sort of a control board on the ship. They have some sort of a system that will be able to broadcast through every transmitter throughout the planet Earth. Every TV station, every cable station, everything will be overtaken. Everything. And you're hearing it here on my show. Now, I know some very key people in the UFO community. I have friends like Colin Andrews and a few other people I've told about this. I showed Colin Andrews the new video from April's security cam. I showed him the video of the spaceship this afternoon because he's on Facebook, and he was very interested in the video. And he's very well known for crop circle research. He's written books about crop circles. Colin Andrews, you might have heard of him. He's a dear friend of mine here in Connecticut, in the U.S. So what's going to happen is, and they will figure this out. They will eventually tell me or tell April or me when this is going to happen. When I am going to be taken on the ship to do a worldwide broadcast of the planet Earth, I will let you know. I will let people know before I go. When I go, whenever that is, in the next year or so, I will be taking on the ship. I'll probably go on the ship in like 2 seconds. I'll be on the ship. I'll probably be wearing a spacesuit because that's what they do when April goes on the ship. This this suit, she wears this suit that is on her body, and she's able to breathe on the ship no problem. So I already understand how the suit works. I already have a great, after a couple months of this, I understand how it works when she gets on the suit. Uh, Thank you, Elisa. Yeah, I definitely believe in being transparent with everybody here. So, but that's going to happen. I think it's going to be natural for me because I'm so used to media. I've been doing TV. I did TV on cable for a couple of years, called the Intergalactic TV Network, of all things. I did that in Connecticut on a cable channel for about 2 years. I did Intergalactic TV Network. I went over the place interviewing people, and that was the name of my program. You know, so I've had a lot of media background experience because I also don't come from this earth, and when I'm fully conscious, I have no ego and everything else. They decided, the main council for the whole Ashtar Command in unison decided I should be the spokesperson to speak to the people of Earth when they take me on the ship. Hey, One Toyota, good to see you. So yours truly, Commander Alian, will be the person you will see at some point on your TV set broadcasting from a spaceship, and you'll physically see me speaking to the world visually on whatever they use to do this. They will be able to do it. They'll be able to take over every TV station on the planet. So I'm sharing this with people that might not know. Some of you already know about it. Some of you do not know what's going on. I'm going to be transparent and let you know what's happening. I've always been that way. I think it's the best way to be. Now, it's about 11:53, almost midnight. I would suspect before 1 a.m. in the morning Earth time, April will be coming back. I think by 1 o'clock at the latest, I think she'll be back. I don't think they'll keep her off planet for 2 hours, but I think she's right now. I can only guess where they've taken her. They're probably in the oceans right now doing some very, very major work. And it's more than one ship. I think they have other ships in the oceans that are working to undo what our government has done to life forms in our oceans. And it's important that people know that the government has really been doing sinister things to try to destroy uh, the civilizations that live in the depths of our seas, including other life forms, the mer people and others that live in the oceans that humanity does not know about. You see, we were always taught to believe growing up that there are fish and whales and seals and dolphins and all this stuff, and other kinds of fish in the oceans, crabs and whatever. But you know what? They always knew that there was life, advanced life in the oceans. I'm pretty certain in 70 years our government knew about intelligent life in our oceans. But they lied to the people of every decade, every generation on this planet. And you need to know the truth. And I'm telling you the truth. And if you say, where, Commander, are you getting the truth from? I don't get it from internet websites or glossy newspapers or magazines. It's been like this for a long time. Yeah, it's all about the money. And it's all about the power. And it's all about keeping the Earth people, keeping the Earth population from knowing the truth that there is, beyond Earth humanity, a cosmic galactic family of people that live on other planets. When we were growing up, we were told, like, Earth is the only place that has life on it, and we're going to find life somewhere in our solar system. Maybe we'll find an amoeba. Maybe we'll send a NASA object onto another planet in our solar system, and we'll find a tiny little rock or an amoeba or some little life form that's very, tiny. And then that'll be the first indications that there is some ability to have life out there like us. See, we were taught, people, to believe that we were the center of the universe. Let's face it, let's be honest. Let's have an honest discussion here. Ashtar Command discussion. You know it. I know it. Growing up as a kid in the 60s, we were taught that we were it, that we would try to find life somewhere out there with the same atmosphere, same oxygen, the same, waters, the same life forms, the same trees, mountains, forests, the same thing. And we're going to someday find it, maybe. We'll send a satellite out into space, and someday maybe it'll come back with some possibilities of life somewhere. Because right now we don't know there's any life out there. We're the only life there. Now, the Earth is the only place where there's life. We have a sun, we have other planets, but those planets, not like ours, so they can't have any life on them. Those other planets, there's no life, you know? And you're right, Jane Arter. It was all about control. Whatever decade you were born in, every decade was trying to be controlled by what we call the media and our world governments. But I can speak from an Ashtar Command perspective that control is going to fall apart, and I can't wait. The day I broadcast worldwide on a spaceship, whatever it is I'm going to say, it's going to shake the foundations of this planet. The power structures, the religious structures, whatever it is I'm going to be saying before contact happens on that ship, you're all going to hear it. And I think my show is a good way for me to prep for doing a global broadcast on a spaceship that's going to overtake every transmitter in the planet Earth, on the planet Earth. Okay? I want you to all know what's happening here because it's serious. It's not all fun and games. Because now the structures of control on Earth are going to fall apart. And that's what they're afraid of. They're losing their control. Thank you, Diana. They're losing their control over you, each of you. They've already lost control over all of you that are watching this show. They can't control you. You know that. You can't be controlled. You have your own spiritual, cosmic, liberated selves out there. You can't be controlled. And if you're watching me, you surely can't be controlled. Because you're watching a person that doesn't believe in controlling anybody. Now, I believe in liberating everybody, breaking the matrix. I don't want to control anybody. I'm not one of these gurus who says, follow me and I'll set you free. I don't do that. Just come with me and I will set you free. You must wear a turban like me. You must kiss my feet when you come to see me, and I will set you free. No, I don't do that. I don't do that, right? Because I love all of you. And even if I've only known you for a short time or for a year or 2 years, I love you. And I would hope you would love me as I love you unconditionally. And that's the way we liberate the planet. Nothing can stop the galactic cosmic love we have for each other. Right? It's all about love. It's all about togetherness. And even you, Mr. James. Hey, James, good to see you, brother. We love everybody. In truth, love is the most important thing we have. If we love each other, they can't control us. They're afraid of love. These people that have been working with the Zeta and the Reptilians, that's being stopped. That whole thing is being ended by the Ashtar Command right now as I speak. When I'm helping somebody here, and I bring the Ashtar Command into their house, and people have seen me do this, we're liberating their home from control by negative ETs. And that's a beautiful thing. And I'm committed to that. I'm getting used to doing that. As a matter of fact, I enjoy going in there and getting those negative ETs out of there. And then we capture them. They're quarantined on a spaceship. And they're sent on a one-way ticket back where they're from. They can't come back to Earth. No more garbage going on here. You know what I mean? Do you get my drift? I'm pretty sure you do. You didn't miss anything, Woon. The good thing is this show is being recorded, Woon. So whatever you do miss, it'll be on my YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News, by tomorrow. And just for updates for new people coming in here, April was on for just a few minutes. She had just expressed that she was going to be taken by the Ashtar Command onto the ship. They were getting ready to take her onto the ship. And I suspect, I'm used to this, so I suspect she'll be back. A number of you who've watched her get taken off planet. She usually comes back within an hour to an hour and a half. So it's 12 midnight now. Depends how long they're going to be in the oceans or wherever. I suspect she'll be back here by 1. She might get back here on Earth before 1 o'clock, but they usually try to bring her back off the ship in Vermont on her property before about the same time they've taken her out to the ship. So yeah, she was on here briefly, but I'm pretty sure she'll be back. Diana, very good. Jay Niner, thank you. So I'm just giving you a lot of information. I'm just very talkative. Well, I'm talkative. Yeah, sure I am. I'm on live. I won't be sitting here not talkative. And I am trying to answer your questions. Kitty, Mama, thank you for the gifts. Jay Niner, thank you for the roses. I appreciate everybody. All the gifts are very helpful. We appreciate everything. We appreciate all of you, Appreciate all of you. And it's an exciting time to be alive. No matter how old you are, no matter what generation you were born on Earth in, look at how beautiful it is, you know. And we talk about all the things that have been done to try to keep us numbed up here and try to keep us dumbed down and try to keep us from being consciously aware of the whole universe. That can't be stopped. Who's going to stop us now? The Prime Minister of England, the Pentagon, the President, the Vatican. Who's going to stop us? Nobody. No one's going to stop you. No one can stop this because we're going to continue pushing the truth every single time. There's a time when people didn't even know there was galactic people out in the universe. There was a time growing up, when I was a kid in the 60s, they didn't have TikTok or Facebook. They had 4 channels. Can you believe it? Everything was black and white. They went to color in the 60s. There were 4 or 5 channels on the networks. They were all just this one news person of each channel. They had one person giving you the news. And so all you knew was what they told you on that one channel, right? This is really weird. What's going on here? We have detected. Oh, wait a minute. I'm good. I'm good. TikTok does a verification thing. It's like a puzzle. And I had to the puzzle, so I'm fine. I don't know why they do that, but I guess they're trying to verify it's me. So I just did the puzzle thing. You wouldn't see it, but I did. And I know how to put the puzzle to the puzzle, and that's it. So yeah, it's pretty weird. But it's just that no matter what happens, we had 4 or 5 channels when I was a kid on tube TV sets growing up. And that was it. You didn't have all these cable channels. You didn't have documentaries. You didn't have half of what we have now. Now, there's some good documentaries out there, but there's a lot of stuff that is misinformation. And I think from a National Command perspective, that's got to change. We didn't have cable. There was none of that stuff back then. But we have the power. You see, this is what they're afraid of. They're afraid of things like TikTok because we're live here doing what we're doing. The governments are afraid of people like me and like you because we can come together here, right? And we can actually interact with each other here, right? And we can talk about the Ashtar Command and we can talk about April going on the ships and doing the mission work and coming back and giving us information. See, that's what they're afraid of. This kind of stuff they're afraid of because we're not channeling anything. We're not, we don't have any hocus pocus. I don't have a big crystal ball I'm looking at. I'm not telling you your fortune cookie. I'm not doing any pendulums. I'm just telling you the truth. And you're telling yourself the truth and you're telling others the truth. That's why they want to get rid of these things so that we don't do this. Because if you do this, then it takes their power away. And if we take their power away, oh my goodness, man, the power is being taken away by the people on Earth. We can't have that happening, right? Can you imagine all of you taking the power away from all people that think they have the power? The illusion of power they think they have? I just find it. I try to tell people who are willing to listen who think that voting for somebody on Earth is going to make their lives better, when in fact all they're doing is giving up their spiritual well-being to someone who doesn't care about you. That's why in other planets they don't live that way. They don't have, the structures we have that are limited. That's why they don't have, the problems we have. They live in a state of peace. They have all the food they need for their planet. They have homes. They intergalactically travel to other planets. What more can they want? They don't need anything else. On Earth, we've been taught to believe that we need to become successful. What does that mean? Human beings have to be successful. So we've all been taught to believe that we all have to be successful. Successful in what? You know, if I go walking in the woods and someone else walks in the woods that has billions of dollars and I have no idea, and they say, oh, you know what? I just want you to know I'm a billionaire. Who cares? I'm not a billionaire. And we're both walking in the woods together, but they say, oh, I just had to tell you I'm a billionaire, but I like going in the woods. Well, I didn't know you were a billionaire. Who cares? Does that make a difference? Really? Doesn't make any difference. What we're doing here is we're taking care of our planet Earth. What we're going to do here is together, we're going to make sure all the species on our planet and the oceans are alive and well. All the life forms, all the plant life in our oceans, all the space people that live in our oceans, that live in the depths of our oceans, have been affected by what we've been doing with radiation and laser technology to destroy civilizations within the depths of our oceans, which we've been trying to do. So what the government wants to do, not the surface government, what the other government wants to do is destroy all the spiritual beings that live in our oceans, all the life forms that live in our oceans, so that we never get to meet them or see them, and they've been caught. It's not going to be allowed. Yeah, I'm on a roll tonight, so if you're watching this show, you better be aware that I am on a roll tonight. Our space families watching this show on the ships, they have a monitoring screen, or monitors, so to speak, not like a big screen TV set, but they have a monitoring screen where they can watch our show. They watch the show Saturday nights. So they're watching the show right now. Our sun has been burning my plants. They are archiving it so far. We need to change some things. Interesting, Angelica. And speaking of plants, I grow watermelons up here in New England, and my plants are I talk to my plants. My watermelon plants are loving me. Just to let you know, I grow organic heirloom watermelons, and I talk to my plants all the time. I always talk to my plants, my watermelon plants. This is going to be a really good year for my watermelons. I'm going to have 20, 30-pound watermelons, and I'm growing a 200-pound watermelon. Yeah. Linda says, I am busting the matrix. You're right. So for those that don't know, I do love watermelons, and I grow them. I grow grapes, watermelons, and I'm growing blueberries and strawberries and some other things, tomatoes, peppers. Yeah, Deborah, she will. She was just taken off. She was on for a few minutes, and she shut down her live with me because she had told us before she was going to be taken on the ship. They were getting ready to take her on the ship, and April will be back. Probably, my guess is usually don't take her any more than an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And when she comes back, if she's not exhausted from being on the ship, we'll have her back up here with us back off planet. I'm going to stay on here till about 1:30, and just to see if she's able to, if she comes back from being on the ship. She will come back. She always comes back. And so I'm just drinking some apple cider here, and we're just doing a very cosmic, spacey night of Ashtar Command Talk. Good to see you, Deborah. I'm going to have to get another gallon of apple cider tomorrow, I think. But anyway, I'm really very transparent, and I will answer your questions that people might have. This is Ashtar Command Night, and if you wish to ask me some questions, if I don't know the answers, I will tell you straight out. I don't. You know, why is the trio exhausting? Exhausting? Shouldn't it be invigorating or draining? Nothing's draining. What exhausting? James, do you feel exhausted? I'm not quite sure I understand the question. Shouldn't it be invigorating or is it draining? No, it should be invigorating. It is invigorating. Totally invigorating. And the good news is, oh, it's not, well, oh yeah, it's, on the ship. Oh yeah, but sometimes because it's a long period of time off planet, sometimes you do get tired because now you're back on Earth, and Earth is on a time frame where off planet they're not. The trip could be somewhat tiring at times. And I'll tell you, when I go on the ship, I will tell you whether I'm tired or not. That's something I will be able to tell you. When I have that experience, I can share my experience with that. So I think a lot of times I think it's just a lot, to I mean, physically when you're away for a few months off time, there's no time off planet. If you're away for a month or like a couple of weeks, then you come back, you've only been away for about an hour. Thank you, Jordan. It kind of it's a mess of time between time and space. So I think it could be somewhat tiring sometimes. And yeah, human bodies. So being that they're from space, it's a little bit different than our human bodies. Very good. So yeah. And I'll let you know when I go on the ship whether I get exhausted or not. Again, because we are in human bodies, I think yeah, like jet lag. I probably want to call it intergalactic space lag. Space lag might be a good way of putting it. A little bit of space lag, maybe. Probably that's what it is, James. We'll have a new terminology now called space lag as we start having these things occur. Portal sickness. That could be too. It could be, you know. But I think that we're in a better space than we were a couple of years ago on this earth. The fact that we're all coming together and we're not going to take any garbage from our world governments. Did the Ashtar Command make contact with ancient cultures? Of course. Probably before you and I were born, I would say for the billions of years of our Earth history, I'm certain the Ashtar Command had a say or a play in different cultures. We have Atlantis, Lemuria, the land of Mu. If you study all these ancient advanced cultures, they existed before we were around. There have been contacts made. The Egyptian pyramids, before the Egyptian pyramids existed, and before there was a desert there were very advanced civilizations before pyramids even existed. Um, so yeah, there's been a lot of history on our planet, way before any of us were around. A lot, way longer than we even understand. And we're just enjoying this discussion and this spacey lighting I have tonight. I have one of these things that it looks like a space person with a helmet on, and it's the coolest thing ever. And I can change the lighting. It's really kind of cool. Let me see here. Let me see. Can I change the lighting? Oh, let me see here. Where's the buttons? Let me take a look. Oh, the buttons are right here. Wait a minute. How you like that? Let's see. Here we go. Check that out. Oh, this is really cool. It's changing colors. Is it going to stay that color? Who knows? Oh, it's changing colors. Cool. Let's see here. I'm playing around. Oh, wow, that's really cool. I didn't know we can do that. I'm too scared to communicate with them. Don't be scared, Deborah. If you know who they are, then you have no reason to be scared to communicate as long as you know who they are. I didn't. This is the first time. See, I've never changed. Wow, this is really changing all kinds of colors. This is cool. I'm loving this. This is cool. It's the voices in my room. The voices in your room. Can you explain what you mean? Telepathically, yes. I get communications through consciousness. So, but they could communicate with you through your room. Um, if they decide to come there, they can be cloaked. If they're cloaked, you can ask them who they are. So I've been hearing them in my room a lot lately. So Deborah, what you need to do is, very importantly, I know you're very connected. Yeah, I think Skip to Grace is right. Don't engage with it. I wouldn't engage with the voices. But if you end up doing anything, one thing you do want to have control of your own room. Just say, I am a Christed being of light, and you cannot speak in my room. You cannot come here. If you're not of the Christed light, you must leave. You have to set perimeters down. I think Grace is right about that. So you really need to be careful. And especially if you don't feel comfortable, definitely you need to set boundaries and let them know that they're not welcome there. And also, what are they saying? If you hear voices, what are the voices saying? It could be, it could be your star family too. So I don't want to just get over, but I think Grace is right. You want to be careful, but you also want to set your boundaries up. You have to do that. It's like when people say to me, Commander, I want to contact space people. Well, yeah, but you have to know what you're doing. You can't just go and say, okay, space people, come on over here and, I'm here for you. It doesn't work like that. People need to learn things first before they attempt to make contact with other people from maybe other planets. You want to know who you're talking to, right? So I've been communicating with someone or something telepathically for the past 2 years. So Angelica, when you say you've been communicating with someone in the past 2 years, can you tell me whether you feel it's positive? Have you asked them where they're from? I mean, in the communications when it started, that's really key when you're connecting. If you're connecting with star people, that is important to know. I mean, if you know who you're communicating with and you feel comfortable with it and you know who they are, that's one thing. But if you know who they are, you got to find out who they are if you've actually opened up that communication. Um, hey, Nora Zora, good to see you. My cat is being so good tonight. She's laying in front of the camera and she's being a really good girl. Um, you know. So right now we're in outer space. If you're watching my program, you see all these different images of colors. We're basically in outer space. Tonight we're spaced out. I want you to be spaced out too if you wish to be spaced out. You will eventually contact your space family. It takes time. Nothing happens. It's not like a race to the finish line here. I think it'll happen when your consciousness is ready to allow it to happen. You see? And I think this is the kind of atmosphere I want. So the night that I get taken for my first time on the spaceship, I'm going to keep my TikTok live on, and you'll see all these multiple colors happening here. Does everybody have a space family? Absolutely yes. Everybody does. That's a great question. Everyone here, all 206 of you, all have space families, cosmic families, biological cosmic families. You just haven't met them yet, but you'll eventually get to meet them. Everything happens in time. No rush. Like I said, there's not like, get in line here, let's have a big race to the next block. There's no rush. It doesn't work that way. How do you find them? They'll find you. Very good question. Your space family will find you. When it's time, they will contact you somehow, some way. That's real, pretty much the way it works. Although you could do meditations. I wish my space family would come get me. Jen, begin again. Oh, that's interesting. That's a good name. They'll contact you. Just do the meditations, do Christed meditations, focus inner reflection, just focus on Christ consciousness because they operate in Christ consciousness, all the beings of light, the space people. And as you do that, you can, you know, eventually make contact with your space family. Right. Get in touch with your higher self, as Honey says, before you go looking for others. That's really important. Some really good advice by people here. And right now, I'm just like feeling in outer space. I'm sitting here. The stars are above me, all the beautiful colors of light. Nora Zora, thank you. And Saturday nights is where you can feel like you're on a spaceship with me. Like we're all on a spaceship. Just imagine yourselves on a space, all 200 of you. And we're all in this big ship together, traveling through the universe, having beautiful experiences. Just imagination. Yes, April went up about 11:15 this evening, so she is on the ship. She was live with me here before she went, and she'll be back. We're going to stay on because I think she'll be back after 1 a.m. Earth time, East Coast. Man, I can't even speak. 1 o'clock East Coast Earth time. So I think she'll be back. When she comes back, we will, if she's up to it, we're going to bring her back on here. EST, that's right. That's right. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, Grace. On planet Earth. Zana says, after we die, do we go back with our space family? Well, there's actually no death. Death is really kind of an illusionary word. What we do is, when we leave this body, our we call the space body, your actual space body is in a thing called stasis. If you don't know what stasis means, it means that your body is a living body that is a breathing living body, but your physical self, your cosmic self, is on an earth-based human body, having an earth-based experience. So when you leave your physical human body behind you, you will go back up to your body that's on a spaceship in stasis. So there are billions and billions of bodies that are in stasis right now. I'm not talking about thousands, I'm talking about billions. Uh, yeah, so you have the option, you will go back to your space body. And when you get there, you also have the ability to come back and have another human experience. Or if you say, oh, I'm tired of doing the human thing, you'll be able to go back into your space body and travel the universe and go back to your home planet. So, yeah, but there is no real death. Death is just a word, an illusion. It really doesn't exist. But we use that terminology on Earth because that's a word that we know, right? Thank you for your question. That was a great question. I appreciate that. Hmm. And also the other thing is, let's see, Blessed Mom says, well, I hope my space body is young and fit and has no pain or limitations. When, Blessed Mom, you go back to your space body, you're welcome, Zaina. You will have no pain or limitations. Your space body will be actually perfect. So when you go back to your space body, whenever that is, you'll have no limitations. You'll be as fit as can be. And yeah, it's just the way it'll be if that's what you decide to do. It's good to be excited. See, that's a beautiful thing. The word I'm excited, I like that. You should be excited. You should be. Why do I see so many ships, etc., but no space people? Well, you will. If you're seeing the ships, the question would be, Oh, you found out you're a Lyran. Okay, Lyran. J Niner, I would say if you're seeing ships, I would ask you a question. If you feel a positive effect when you see the ships, or how do you feel when you see the ships? Do you feel good? Because that's an important thing. I'm addicted. Okay, that's a good thing. I guess you're addicted. I love it. Okay, that's good. But energetically, how do you feel? Like, do you feel like a vibration of love coming from the ships? There could be worse addictions than being addicted to ships, I can tell you, especially on planet Earth. Hey, Tinkerbell, take care. You're not scared. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Okay, she's not scared. So the next thing you need to do is ask them who they are. When you see the ships, ask them, the people, the beings on the ships, who are you? Are you Christed beings of light? Where you're from? Ask those questions and listen telepathically for the response. That's your Ashtar command homework for tonight. Deborah says, I felt so much love and connecting when I see the ships. My head felt felt full. I think that's what you're saying. I haven't seen a ship since a kid, but would love to. Maybe I should go outside more. You know what? Meditate. If you go outside, meditate. Use the C5 app, the Stephen Greer's app. That's a one. That's not the only tool, but use that tool, C5 app, and read the protocols of contact. That'll help you. I do Christed meditations. I believe that you must include a Christed meditation when you're doing that kind of thing, because you want to bring in the highest levels of light. And that's really important when you're coming to do that yourself. If you're going to do it by yourself, you can do C5 meditation information on YouTube. YouTube has video footage about C5 meditation. So check that out, and that'll help you learn how to make telepathic communications and possibly more visual communications with them. You know what I mean? Blessed one, I haven't used. Oh, you got to use it. You got the C5 app. It's great. You need to use it there, Blessed Mom. What do you don't wait to just sit there and not use it. Definitely use the app. If you got it, use it. Jackie F, welcome. Good to see you, Jackie. Definitely use the app. It'll help you a lot. Do you think they flipped Dr. Greer? I haven't been watching Dr. Greer very much. Have they flipped him? Have they flipped him there, James? I don't know. I haven't been watching a lot of Dr. Greer stuff lately. I'm sort of out of tune with what he's doing. Um, for folks just coming in here, this is a special night. You're on the spaceship right now. We're all on the spaceship together. This is the Ashtar Command night, Ashtar Command transmission communications. I think he's been on the edge. Something has changed his tone. I think he's probably under a lot of pressure. I think he knows a lot of people. I think he's definitely a lot of pressure. I think he knows what's going to happen. I think he knows that there's contact coming, and he's probably getting pressure from those that don't want the truth to come out. Craigie says he is out in the open. He is. I haven't been watching him lately, so I don't know what he's saying. Fishing down the rabbit hole has a laser light. You can use the laser light, but use it very carefully, and use the C5 app. But understand how to use the app. When you use a laser light, you want to be very careful not to shoot at commercial airliner jets or military jets or any commercial air traffic, or else you'll have problems. Pamela Ghostbusters say, I'll be back. Let me see here. Oh, you're responsible. Good. So you know what you're doing. Let's see here. Do we need a specific kind of laser light or just a regular one? You want to get a laser light. You do some research. Laser lights that are used that our space people would respond to. You can take a look at laser lights on Amazon or places like that, but do some research on it. I don't have a laser light myself. In terms of the polar shift, well, we've been in a pole shift for many, many years. It's been very gradual. It's not going to be an abrupt pole shift where the Earth just goes flipping itself. It's been very gradual. You have a green one. Yeah, those are good. The green lasers are good. I should ask the Ashtar Command to bring April back from the ship. They're watching the show, so I'm gonna put my message out there to my family on the ship. Can you make sure that April comes back by 1 a.m. in the morning? See, I'm speaking not to you folks. I'm speaking to my space family on the ship. Excuse me. So I would request that I know there's a lot of work for her to do right now, and they're probably in the oceans. Can you have her come back by 1 o'clock to Vermont? We can actually bring her on live here for a little bit. So I just put the message out there, and they watch us on the monitoring screens on their spaceship. So uh, Deborah says, "Yeah, ask Trucker Man. I need to ask her a question." So when she gets back, you'll be able to do that. But important work is being done, and I'm sure we're going to learn about it. There's so much that we need to share with you. I'm sharing anything that I can here, answering your questions as honestly as I can here, and hopefully doing a good job. And we appreciate your gifts and everything you've been doing. Hey, Alcove, let's see. Hudson Bay used to be a polar ice cap until about 68,000 BC near the current magnetic pole. Interesting. Well, let's see here. I'm trying to get another one, my dear friends. Omnionic wrote a book called From Venus I Came. She wrote the book many, many years ago. And she came off a spaceship. She's a Venusian woman in Europe. She came off a spaceship, and she's a beautiful person. She is also Ashtar Command person, but she came off the spaceship directly. I think she's in her 70s now. I'm not sure exactly, but she wrote a book from Venus I Came. If it's out of print, you can't find it. Well, you might be able to find it, but it is out of print. Weemoah 68. Is the space people different from fallen angels, Nephilim? I have been taught they all were. The space people are very different. The space people, the spiritual space people of the Ashtar Command, which are the space people, are human like us. They're very loving people. They have families on their own planets. They don't have the same systems we have on Earth, and they live in harmony with the Creator. Uh, they're vegetarians primarily, and they travel all over the universe, but they're not fallen angels. Let's see here. Wooten says, does Ashtar use telekinesis? Not really. The command actually is very advanced, so they don't need to do any of that. Do they live longer than us? Many of the space people some are hundreds of thousands of years old and look to be 30. Some are a couple thousand years old and look to be 20 or 30. But yeah, of course, they live a way longer than we do because of what we've done to our planet. We weren't supposed to, on Earth, as humans, we weren't supposed to be aging. Um, I'm not sure exactly how that started, but when we lowered our frequency, that affected our aging process. And AF says, how do I have these answers? Because I am not from Earth, I'm from Mars. I don't read any websites. I don't read anybody's agendas or anything like that. My information is direct. I'm fully awakened AF. I'm fully activated, and I'm like a cosmic book. So I don't need to go on the website for information from another human being. I already have it. Yes, time is different, monster, for them. There's no time and space as you know time to be existing. So there is no time and space. Elevated by Claudine says they are very benevolent beings and extremely advanced spiritually. Yes. Thank you, Jay Niner. I appreciate that. That's something I've not seen before. I'm glad you're here, AF. It's good to have you with us. You'll be addicted to the show. Every Saturday night, we have Ashtar Command Q&A. And then we have regular spiritual UFO discussions Sunday through Friday evenings. Yes, that's right. We do. We have all the answers inside of us. We just have to wake up and realize we have all the cosmic answers inside of us. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jane Arter. So I'm Commander Alion. If you're new to the show, I am the host of the show. I'm also a host of the Ashtar Command radio program for 21 years on NPR Pacifica Radio, WESUFM.org, every Sunday morning. My YouTube channel is Ashtar Command Spaceship News. You can watch all our shows on that channel, on that YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. And all the shows that we do live here will be on that channel. Right. So time does not exist in space. It just exists for us. When we become fully liberated as a planet, we'll be not operating in time. We won't be looking at our watches saying what time it is. We'll be operating in space where there's no time. Alco says the speed of light is not constant as taught in much of physics. Light gets affected by gravity. Interesting. Elevated says time is man-made. That's true. Because we live in time only because we made it. We created time. Time is basically an illusion. TikTok says I see all red crafts 2 days ago from Summerling area was big disc. So wondering, do they mean harm? So TikTok, what I would say to you is you need to go in and meditate on that. If you saw these big spaceships that were disc shaped, you have to go into meditation and see what you feel about it. Use Christed ambient space music, go into meditation, and find out within yourself what you feel. That's going to be your assignment, to go within yourself and find out how it felt. Monster says, so men are from Mars and women are come from Venus is more than just a title. Yeah, it's more. I know the book. It's definitely more than just a title, or who they are. Yes, through meditation, you need to do that. You need to find out Christed beings of light. Who are they? In those disc-shaped spaceships. Thank you, Paranormal. We'll take a look at it when I'm on my live. Thank you, Elevated. I appreciate your comments too. I will say this: any Saturday night, my space family wants to take me on the ship. I am right here in my studio in the living room. And if you're ready to take me on the ship, I'm willing to do the mission work. I know you like watching me speak and interact with people, but I can be of some help on the ship. I can help. I really can. Believe it or not, I'm kind of joking with them right now as they're watching us. So if a big rift opens up in my room during my live, and say, Commander, you asked to come on the ship and help us. It's time to go. I will be there. Just want you to know, I will be there. I am fully excited and ready. I am so well trained in my consciousness about this. I am ready and raring to go. You know? Have no fear. The commander is here. That should be a new bumper sticker. Have no fear. The commander is here. I said, I can't play music because my wife is sleeping. And I'd wake a lot of people up, and I can't do that. I wish I could. I just don't want to wake up the whole building here. It's not like a big building, it's an old house. Deborah says, ready to see them as well. Rice says, I'm ready to. Well, I wasn't, but I definitely am now. Very good, Rice. When can we leave? Cosmic Hunt says. Well, first you got to go within, meditate, get totally together in your inner spirit, your inner cosmic well being. When you get to that level, then you can start learning how to make contact telepathically with your space family. You will. When major contact happens, many of you will have the ability to meet your cosmic families and also go on a spaceship. Weema says, I always feel like an urge to leave. That's because you come from the stars. That's why you feel that urge to leave, because you don't come from here. A lot of you feel that way. You want to go and leave because you don't come from Earth. You are human. You have human families, relationships, husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. That's why you feel that way. She's not back yet. She will be, you know. Um, yeah, she will be back. I'm hoping she comes back by 1 a.m. Eastern, but I'm not, again, I'm just making my own projection here. I'm pretty sure she'll be back. But again, it's not about leaving the planet Earth. This is the one thing I want to teach people. When we make the connections with our space family, when we have direct contact, when everyone now has normalized contact, it's not about leaving permanently the Earth or getting away from planet Earth. It's about, being able to meet your cosmic family, and then you can have a choice whether you want to stay or whether you want to go back to whatever planet you came from, right? Everyone came from somewhere else. So when you have the contact with your space family in a massive scale, you'll be able to meet them, and then you can make a decision as to whether you are wanting to go back to the home planet or would you rather stay here? Because the Earth then will be of changed. When mass contact happens, the planet now will be changing to a way different planet. It won't be the planet of limitation. How do you have direct contact? So yeah, great question. You have to, I would suggest you get the CE5 from Dr. Stephen Greer. It's called CE5. All right. And it's like $9.99. You can go on to YouTube, you can see a free version of it. There's a CE5 meditation you can go to, and you can learn how to do that. That's really important. And as you learn those things, you'll be able to have direct contact. You want to make sure that you're, with the C5, you're contacting positive space people, and the C5 app will help you attain that ability to do so. But you need to have the app. You need to learn a few things first. So get the C5 app from Dr. Greer. If you have a phone, I think it's Apple. If you have an Android phone, it would be, if you have an Android phone, it would be Google Play. Or just go on the internet, go on YouTube, and put in C5 app. I think there's a free version of it on there. Let's see, Elevated says, your cosmic family is always with you, but it's up to the human to ask them to show themselves. That's right. So I want to help as many people learn how to make the initial visual contact with your space family. And the C5 app is really important. The C5 app, if you do buy it, it's good to have it on your phone. It's Stephen Greer's C5 app. You can get it. If you have an Android phone, it would be Google Play. If you have an Apple phone, it would be. If you have a iPhone, it would be an Apple download. I mean, absolutely. And welcome, folks. You're on the spaceship with the commander, That's why the lighting's so different, because we're on a spaceship right now on Encounters. This is our night to be on the spaceship together, and just allow yourself to just be free. Let yourself go. Don't think too much. Well, if you want to ask me a question, just relax. Just relax and enjoy yourself here. And we're answering questions tonight from all over the world. And this is Ashtar Command Night. So welcome. It's great to see everybody here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And like I said earlier, when we got on, April was on for a little bit after her live was over in Vermont, and then they took her on the ship. So the reason why April's not here with me now is because they took her on the ship. But she will be back. Welcome, Tom Glenn, to the show. Good to have you with us, Tom. Trying Man, welcome. Lucas Delters, welcome to the show. And we're just going to invite some people here. If they are here, if they are there, we don't know where they are. I just invited 10 of my friends to join me here. Please share and like. Oh, Jane Arnott, thank you very much. I appreciate the compliments. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I have 9 hats. I have 5 of 9 taken. I need 4 more hats taken off my shelf. So if you have not done a hat yet, the hats are going fast. People love giving me the hats with the little stash, the real brown hats. You can do that too. Thank you for the roses, Jay Niner. Thank you. That's what happens when I get that hat. I just say that word. If you want me to say that word, I have to have the Tahar hat from Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. We appreciate it. The C5 app, if you have iPhone, it's an Apple. It's an Apple download. If you have an iPhone, if you don't have an iPhone and an Android phone, it would be a Google. I think it's Google Play on there. Oh, Cuddy, good. Your life is quieter now. Very good. If you're new to the show, I'm Commander Leon. You have an iPhone. So go to Apple and look for the C5 app on Apple, and you'll be able to download it for like $9.99. Which is a one-time fee. And welcome to Encounters, the special edition of the Ashtar Command live here. Every Saturday night we have Ashtar Command live. Welcome to the show. Tomorrow morning I'll be on live on WESU FM NPR radio at 11:30. To are you? That's like saying, how are you, Susan? But I said, to are you? Very good. Thank you, Susan. I just achieved my goal. Thank you, everyone who had me achieve the goal. I'm going to switch my goal up now. Let me see here. We're going to switch the goal, and we're going to have a new goal. And we're going to set up a new goal here right now. I'm going to go, I like this every once in a while. Let me see what happens here. We're going to do the baseball hat. We're going to do 8 of those. I think we'll do 9 of them. So I just restocked the shelves with the TikTok baseball hat. You know, I always like baseball, so we'll put that on there on Encounters, the late night spiritual show. This is Ashtar Command Night. We're pinning our goal here. Okay. I feel like a baseball player with that hat. So thank you so much for the hats, Jay Niner, Jackie. I just changed the hats. I know I like to switch it around a little bit. Those hats go good with the color of my room. They really are good. Do you have any message from Ashtar? So I don't speak, I don't get messages, I don't channel messages from Ashtar or anything. I am a representative of the Ashtar Command, but Elevate, I will say, right now they are working in the oceans to stop what has been going on, a secret operation by our governments that have been affecting life forms and also the advanced civilizations that live in our oceans on Earth. They have been affected by this as well. Hey, Eclipse, good to see you. So that's been happening a lot. No, Ashtar has nothing to do with Area 51. Ashtar doesn't have anything to do with Area 51. That is a government operation by our government, and that is something that has been going on for a lot of years. But the Ashtar has nothing to do with that. To have a open mind. So sometime this week, when we have our regular show, TikTok, let's go. We'll have you on our show, and we'll bring the command over to your location. We'll do that sometime this week on one of my regular shows. And we'll definitely, Jackie, thank you so much for the cap. We appreciate it. That's true, Olivia. They are. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. Everybody in here on a Monday, not a Monday, it's a Sunday morning. Sunday morning in Connecticut. Hey, Daniel. All the people. Sonia, thank you for the heart me. So we're almost at 1 o'clock. Let me see at 1 p.m., 1 a.m. if April comes off the ship. So I basically put the word out there. We're going to see if April comes back to planet. Now, again, we don't control how long she's on the ship for or where they go on the ship. But we'll see if at 1 o'clock in the morning, April is back on land. We'll see. Maybe 1:30. I'm not staying until 2 in the morning. That's too late. 2 in the morning, I'll be sleeping. Honey Cornell says it's already in our DNA to heal ourselves. That's absolutely true. We just have to remember how to do it. That's when we become activated and our DNA is activated, then we'll do those things. Hmm. And I'm Commander Ali. I'm the host. I'm just reading your comments and questions tonight on Ashtar Command Q&A. Amanda, welcome to the show. And welcome to our show, Ann. And Half Pint, welcome back. Love My Things, welcome. Geo says they are clandestine. The program is clandestine. No way they are going to let you in on their agenda. You're talking about Area 51? Geo? I think Garavati. Hey, Nate, welcome to the show. Welcome back, Mary. Good to have you with us up there in the Appalachian Mountains. Gen X73, welcome, Gen X73. Juan Valdez, I'm trying to be open and learn new stuff, but confused on a lot of things I was taught. Well, yeah, on this planet it can be very confusing. So everything that you were taught in Earth-based schools, just throw it out the window. Throw all that stuff out the window and you won't be confused. If you allow yourself to just believe everything they told you in the textbooks, you're going to be very confused. But here on this show, we'll liberate and liberate consciousness and let you know what's really happening. Hey, Flacker, welcome to our show. Carl Starr, welcome. Kate says, will they help clean food and water? Yes, absolutely. That's what's going to be happening. Yeah. Yeah, get rid of the Bible. No, you don't need the Bible. That's confusing enough. There's some hidden things in the Bible, but I would say just get out of all that stuff and you won't be confused whatsoever. Hmm. Faith, thanks for joining us, Faith. Zion Rook 7, welcome. Trixie, welcome. Danius, welcome, Danius. Keith Webb, Rocky, welcome to the show. Let's see, how do Ashtar commanders look like? The space people who are in the Ashtar command look human, like us. They're very beautiful, tall people, about 7 to 8 feet tall. They Ashtar command people have children on their homeworlds, but they are very much beautiful looking people. We're almost here at 1 a.m. in the morning. You're watching Encounters, the late night #1 spiritual talk show on social media. This is Ashtar Command Night Q&A. And so we're taking your questions, and we will definitely answer your questions tonight on the show. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you very much. Because we're in outer space right now. We're spaced out. The commander's spacing out. I know our space family likes the lights too. So I'm giving them a nice ambient atmosphere. And should you have any questions for the people on Earth, I will try to answer them here from my spaceship room. I'll try to answer your questions. Being on a spaceship right now is interesting. It looks like I'm in a room, but being in a spaceship, they make it feel very comfortable, like I'm in a living room, when in fact I'm probably on a spaceship. I mean, it feels like that. It feels like I'm on a spaceship. You said no Bible and Jesus is in the Bible, and April said she has sat down with Jesus. Yeah, so when I say no Bible, the Bible is earth-based, written by people. Jesus doesn't live in a Bible. Jesus came from off planet. He was never in a Bible because they put him in a Bible. Jesus is a star being, a space being. So yeah, just let you know, Lori. Good comment. So Jesus is a star being, a space being, with the Ashtar command. Matter of fact, he oversees the Ashtar command. But the Earth-based religions used him in their religions which is not that he wanted that to happen. But Earth-based man created these Bibles, and that's what they did. Thank you, Deborah. No problem, Laura. No problem. That was a good comment. I appreciated it. Commander, does your spouse also have connections to the Astro Command? Yes. She knows what's going on. I tell her what's happened, and she's aware of it. We're all sons of God, Rosa. Actually, we're all the sons and daughters of God because God created the whole multiverse. Every space being from another planet is sons and daughters of God. Every life form is connected with God on every planetary system of light, every dimension of existence. So, yeah. So hopefully, Rosa, that my answer hopefully helps you understand the broader concept of what that is. Again, all life forms are connected to God. Mammals, whales, dolphins, people, all can. Well, no, but Jesus wanted you to just be awakened. When you become awakened, then you are like a Jesus. When you become awakened, thank you, Hatar. Become awakened, then you're like a Jesus. We're all like a Jesus. When we become fully activated and awakened, we will be like a Jesus. We won't be Jesus because everybody's themselves. Everybody's their own individual being. But we will be definitely, and we got to 100,000. Thank you for the likes. Everybody follow and like each other. But we're, obviously we're supposed to be who we are, but we'll be understanding at that point. Our consciousness will be like Jesus' consciousness, so to speak. So it's now 1:01 in the morning. Yes, all, not just the Bible, every single earth-based Bible, whether it be from the Middle East or Africa or wherever the Bibles are, it doesn't matter what you call a Bible, they're all based on half-truths. They're written by people on earth that limit consciousness. So that's why I say get rid of every religious book in the world and you'll be free. Right. Can I sing a song tonight? Sure I can. Are you going to return to Ashtar Commander? I am Ashtar Commander, Commander Alyan. You. Tanya says, are our pets animals still animals when they leave the earth body? Pass on, yes. They can come back into another animal body or go back to their body in space. I'm just reading the comments here. And thank you, everybody, for getting us over 100,000. I appreciate that very much. And I also appreciate your gifts. I'm just looking at the comments here. Well, we're getting past 1:03 a.m. in the morning. Good to see you, Jennifer. So we're going to stay on here up to about 1:30 and see if April comes back from being on the ship. My hope is that she'll be coming back. But hey, Jennifer, if the Ashtar Command wants to, if they're watching the show, if you want to take me on the ship and give her a break, I will go on the ship right now during my live. I will go on the spaceship right now. I'm ready to go on the ship right now. I'm sitting here waiting. I will promise to keep my TikTok going here. Do they ever get a divorce? No. The space people, there's no divorces in space. Hey, Greg, that's a great question. No, they don't get divorces. They all come together. Kit Kat, you can't go to sleep. You're going to stay up all night. Probably, Adam, when I've been sleeping, I probably have been taken off planet. I just never remember it too much. Once in a while. I think a lot of people are taken off planet. Kit Kat has decided to stay on with me all night. I'm sure she'll be on Kate tomorrow. I'm staying on here to see if they get her back to Vermont off the ship. And if they do, I'll bring her on here live. So I'm going to stay on here all night tonight till 6 a.m. in the morning. And this is going to be the longest show I've ever done in my life. 6 a.m. in the morning, folks. Can you believe it? 6 a.m. Not happening. It's not going to happen. But I think some of you would have probably enjoyed seeing me try to stay on at 6 a.m. in the morning. You know that TikTok. I'm not going to do that. Even the commander needs to get some rest, you know? But I'm just enjoying all the great questions. I don't want to do that. No, we need you healthy. Thank you, Jane Niner. I believe you are absolutely correct about that. And the beautiful thing is, this is better than watching your cable channel tonight because I'm on here. You don't have to turn on your cable channel that you're paying for and watch HBO. Watch me instead. Much better. One time, yeah, one time I did stay on until about 3 a.m. in the morning. Um, Sometimes you can get tired. I'm pretty much amped up right now. Michael, what was your question? I love TikTok, but sometimes it filters questions out. Michael Paradise 82. I'm listening. Let's see if your question shows up. Sometimes TikTok will filter out questions for whatever reason. So we'll see. How do they power their ships? Their ships run with anti gravity devices. They use crystal energy, and they also use the energy from the sun and universal energy that's way beyond any depth of what we know. They don't use like technical things like we do on Earth. So their energy systems are way different. The whole systems are different in terms of the way their ships operate, how they can cloak their ships, reappear. They do a lot of different things. In or on? Michael, I can see now it's saying in or on. So whatever the question is, I should be able to see it. I'm not trying to beat this. What you do, Orion says, and they use energizer batteries, God's sake. Nope, they don't need to do that, Orion. The space people don't shapeshift. The Astro Command people, they never shapeshift. There are people that do, or beings that do, but not the Astro Command. If you're talking about spaceships shifting, spaceships can shift depending how advanced they are. They can shift from a orb to a disk. Oh, the ships. Oh yeah, the ships. They can shapeshift. If they're highly advanced, they can shift into diamond shaped craft. They can shapeshift into an orb, like a radiant orb. So they definitely could do that. Yeah. Hey, Terry Richards, welcome to the show, Terry. Mona Williams, welcome, Mona. Narubu, welcome to our show, Narubu. No, the actual ships will not look like planes. If they shapeshift, that's the one thing they won't do. Once in a while, maybe. I'm not sure why they would do that, but normally they don't. Have I seen an ET in person? Yeah, when I was a kid. They were space people. They were men and women. I went upstairs into my brother's room and I saw a spaceship in the cul-de-sac of my where I was living, and there were men and women that were tall and children wearing dark blue or light blue space outfits. Okay, let's see here. Can humans shapeshift? No. Humans cannot shapeshift. Uh, there have been ETs that have been in stories I've heard that have shapeshifted, but we don't shapeshift. Nope, we don't do it. Oh, Sasquatch, they don't really shapeshift as they can go from one interdimension to another interdimensional reality. So yeah, they're interdimensional beings, the Sasquatch, or what you call Bigfoot. Cindy Lynn, welcome to our show. Ashtar people, the space people, they sleep. They don't stay up all day. They do sleep. From other planetary worlds, they do sleep. Absolutely. Give me 1 minute. Right back. And welcome to a special edition of Ashtar Command Q&A. I'm your host, Commander Elion. Welcome. And you thought I went off planet, didn't you? You thought I was all off planet right now. I'm still here. Not on the ship yet. That day is coming. Kit Kat knows it too. Kit Kat's here. Kit Kat knows we're going to be all going on the ship together soon. And if you're new to the show, I just wanted to let you know, if you're new to my program, I am with the Ashtar Command. I came from Mars. I came here at birth, and that was, many moons ago. I'm fully awakened, and I'm fully conscious, meaning I'm still learning a lot of things. I never stop learning. The day I stop learning, that will be a problem. But I am not from here. I am human like everybody else, as you are human like you are. But many of you know you're not just human beings. You are actually starseed. Hey, Toyota, thank you. And you are people that really do come from other planets. You just don't remember it yet. You just don't know where you come from. No, you know you came from Earth, but you do come from other planetary systems. You come from other worlds. So what you're learning here is tonight, being that we have this outer space kind of atmosphere in the room, and my friend James says I'm a being from long ago, and James had a epiphany, had a cosmic epiphany a while back, and it shifted his whole foundation of who he was. And this is what I mean, people. You'll have that happen. It happens when it's supposed to happen. Everybody will have an awakening experience. You'll remember who you are, where you came from, and it'll be a beautiful thing when you do awaken to reality. It really will be. Just have to be patient and do your meditations and go within. Don't think too much about it. If you think too much about it, you're never going to get the answers. You just have to go within and meditate to facilitate those answers. That makes a big difference. I'm just sending April a message. When you come back to Earth, so I'm saying when you come back to Earth, if I am on, join us. Unless she's tired. I just sent her a message. She's got her phone off. They probably turned the phone off when she took her off planet. So April, if you know who April is, she's my sister up in Maine. I mean, Maine, up in Vermont. And she was taken off during my live here tonight after 11 p.m., probably 11:15, 11:20, somewhere in that area. And I suspect she'll be coming back soon. So we're staying on extra. Hey, Karen, good to see you. We're staying on a little bit extra tonight to see if she comes back off the ship. And we're going to try to get her on here live if she does come back to ship. We'll see what happens. And welcome to the show. And for new people who don't know, this announcement was made. I made it a little earlier tonight. There'll be a point when the Ashtar Command, the council has decided to have me, when this happens, to do a worldwide broadcast on the spaceship to the people of Earth. So there'll be a point when I, yours truly, will be on a spaceship with 4 Ashtar Command people that they will choose from the ship, and I will be speaking to the people of Earth on all the major TV networks, TV stations, cable networks, whatever you want to call it. I'll probably interrupt CNN News, Fox, NBC, CBS, all the networks. So I'll be on a spaceship, just like I'm sitting here. I'll be on a spaceship speaking to the whole planet. Fan says, I've been watching so many UFO videos. I also saw a video the UFOs use a teleporter. We're getting up to about 1:18 p.m. on planet Earth on the East Coast. And we're going to stay on all night. We're going to be on night. We're going to do a 24-hour broadcast. That's not happening. If I tried to do a 24-hour broadcast on here, that would probably be a TikTok record that I don't care about. I'm not doing it. Commander has a lot of energy, but I'm not doing a 24-hour broadcast. I'm not going to do it. Some of you might have thought, oh, he's really going to do it. He's going to do 24 hours of a special edition of Ashtar Command Q&A. Nope. Deborah says, I've been watching you close to a year. So happy I found your show. Deborah, we're so happy we found you. We all found each other, Deborah. It's a two-way street. You found me, I found you. Shane, I looked up UFO and see people showing one video, and I have 20 of the same thing. Now, I know Mary and Ray are going to stay up. I'm going to have them. When they go live, they're going to do a 24-hour broadcast. Right, Ray? Right, Mary? You're going to be on all night? Janar says, like it's new to them why I am seeing them. Oh, interesting. Have been for 6 years. Beautiful. I'll try it. If you try to be on for 24 hours, I won't be up for 24 hours, but I'd be amazed. And if you can, and your shows will be recorded, so you can play back and edit your 24-hour broadcast there, Ray and Mary. Well, it is getting up to 1:30. I think I'm ready to call it a night. I want to thank everybody for being here. You've been a blessing. We'll be on tomorrow night at 11 with our regular show. And my thing is, I think April will be coming back probably by 2 a.m. in the morning. Because I think she's still on the ship. So if you're watching this and just tuning in late, April was taken off planet during my live earlier tonight. So she's off planet right now. I want to wish you all a happy evening, a good morning, and we'll catch you all tomorrow evening. Jackie, thanks for the cap. We appreciate it. Everybody have a blessed night, and thank you all for being here.